Hello guys, this is Pelle Blid and I'm about to master a track of mine that'll be out in December on all the major platforms. It's called Her Life. Now, this is not a tutorial, this is just me showing how I master a track, and I do it in Logic and I only use stock plugins. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is determine the length of the track. I've given it quite a bit, both in the beginning and in the end. So we're gonna shorten it up and put on fades. And the second thing I'm gonna do is look up here and see if I find any resonating frequencies, and in that case I will cut them down with a couple of decibels, and after that probably put on an EQ on the sides, where I put a high shelf just to widen the track a bit. After that we'll go into to limit it to get the loudness units full scale LUFS value down to -14. I've gone down to -16 before, and I thought that Spotify was -12, but I heard that around, I don't know, April or May or something this year, they changed it to -14, and since just about the only the few followers that I have is on Spotify, then I thought I'll master it to those specifications. So let's get into it. Start with the beginning. Let's see. Here. Okay, so I think this is set up pretty good. I'll start a little bit later. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good one. And then put a fade on it. Like that. And then let's see. Scroll it up to the end and see how it is here. Put a little bit more length on that one. Not too much though. It's a bit too long. Yeah. That's okay. I don't want it to, just cut off too abruptly. Okay, so let's look at the this. I think this area here is. Let's start here and see. There's no way that my life. That should be the loudest part, I think. So going to will be no way that my life 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 will be no way that my life. Okay, so we got. This might be loud for you guys there, I don't know. So I think we got a master peak here at 2200. I'll just pull it down. Let's see. 2 dBs and look for another one. See what we can find. Let's look a little bit higher up.
No way that my life will be. No way that my life will be. No way that my life will be. No way that
I'd say 4,800. Okay, so let's lower that one just a little bit. And let's listen to the whole thing again.
No way that my life will be.
Okay, so we lowered 2 resonating frequencies just a little bit. Might lower them a little bit more because we're going to limit this, and this will push everything up, and including those 2 later on. So this is regular channel EQ. I'm gonna put another one after, and this one we take side only, and I'm going to listen a little bit longer here at this chorus.
When she waited for the
So around, I don't know, 4,000. I put a high shelf on the sides.
She thought there was no way that my life will be there
Just to widen the stereo.
to take. Oh, when she waited for the judge to decide.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so now what I've done so far is put an EQ on to take away some resonating frequencies in the loudest part of the song. And I put a high shelf on the sides of the whole track. Of course, the ones that I've cut off, they're cut off also on the whole song, but that won't disturb anything. So now it's time to limit this track, and I use the adaptive limiter. I put on true peak detection and optimal look ahead, and you need at least 1 decibel of headroom when you master. So otherwise there can be some complications with your track later on. And weirdly enough, someone might explain this to me in the comments. I put it on 0.6, my ceiling, and that will mean that my peaks won't go over minus 1.1, somewhere around there. I don't know why, but that's how it is. So if anybody knows why, then please tell me about it. Okay, so and then I used the multimeter. Here we got the loudness unit full scale, the LUFS meter, and minus 14 is our goal to reach. So we're going to limit this track until the whole track is minus 14, which means that I have to listen through the track until we get there. So I'm going to do this, and we'll see when we get there how it does. So how it is. So I'm going to start pumping this one up. I know it's quite silent, this track, so I think I'll start it at 7 dB and then go up or down from there. So we see how it sounds. Okay, so this first one, when we raised it, I had quite a lot of headroom in this song, and it's a very dynamic song, so, and we have to push it down a bit. So we landed on minus 15.1. You can see the peaks are at minus 1.1, and we want to come down to -14. So I'll crank this one up to 8 and give it another go and see where we land. Okay, so we see that we landed on -14.1, but our peak has gone below 1. So I'm going to change the ceiling to -0.7. And I forgot to tell you, this one needs to be checked in this box. Remove DC offset. If you have any DC offset, it'll take care of it. So this is it's a quite essential. I'll up it to 8.2 this time, the gain, and see if we can get it down to -14. It might be 13.9 now since I put it up to 8.2, but I think it'll be around 14, we'll see. And of course the output ceiling, I lowered it a little bit more, and let's try it again. Okay guys, so that wasn't enough actually. We need to push it more. But I got the peaks all right. So the loudest peak is at -1.1. And we're gonna have to push this one a bit further. Let's take it to 8.5 and look. And I'm checking the correlation meter and I'm staying within the green just about through the whole song. That's also important. It's about your mono compatible. It's about how it sounds in mono, because when you add the two stereo channels together, you might get some problems with frequencies canceling each other out, and you want that in the green there. So let's try it again. See now, I push it up to 8.5 from 8.2. That should do that little extra to get us down to -14. So now we overshot the target. So this time we overshot the target, but just by a little, so I think 8.4 should do it. That should be it. We limited quite a lot in the end, because the song is it's a very dynamic song. It starts quite silently and it builds up, and in the end you have these big choirs and everything coming. And so we got a lot of limiting in the end of it. But we'll try it again and see what happens now if we hit our target on -14. Okay, so it looks like we've hit -14. We have a peak on, our highest peak is -1.1. You can see it both here and both here. And, well, I'd say this song is ready to be bounced. The thing is this, that I've taken care of a lot of resonating frequencies and stuff like that in the mix already. If I would to get a mix from someone else, I would be much more thorough with trying to find the resonating frequencies. But I take care of a lot of that in recording and or in mixing, I should say. My process is when I record audio, I record it in Logic, and then I use Adobe Audition CC to edit everything. I clean up all the files. I'm not working in a studio, so the environment where I record is not good at all, so there's a lot of background noise. And Adobe Audition CC is great for that. I work in the spectral mode. I made a video of that. It's quite long. It's my first video. This is my second one, so bear with me. I'm not very good at editing videos yet. I'm really on the poor scale there when it comes to editing them. But I'll do my best. And now what you do is just go in the file menu up there in Logic, go down to Bounce, Project, or what I do, I should say, Project or Section. We want it in Wave, but we want to down sample it to 16-bit, and this means we need dithering. Otherwise you can get some say distortion in the top end if you don't when you downsample it. So this looks good. That's the project folder. Her Life it's going to be called. It's my December release. And I release one song a month. And I've been doing it for all 2017, and if you listen to the songs, you can probably hear how I can hear it anyway, how I become better at both, at all levels of recording, mixing, editing the audio, and mastering. And I will make a complete remix and remaster and some re-recording also of the whole 2017 of all the songs that I made, and I will collect it in one release sometime early 2018, where it should sound good. I should say this also: everything I mix and master, I do it with my earphones, which are Shure. Let's see here, SRH 940, and I'd say I've realized that they're not ideal for this. There's a bit too much of the high frequencies in these headphones, and so when I listen to whatever I do on Spotify, it's very, very there's a lot high end, and I don't really get the bass very much. So that has been a problem. The previous mixes that I've made have sound good in these earphones, but when I listen to it and compare it to other songs, it's kind of muddy. And I will make sure on that collective release that I do sometimes, with all my songs, where I remixed and remastered, that they should sound good they should sound good anyway on other on other earphones than just these. Anyway, so let's bounce this, and after that I'll do a quick listen with a couple of urban ears in iTunes and see how it sounds, and if I'm satisfied with the result, I will release this. You can find it on Spotify, Tidal, and I don't know, Apple Music, iTunes, should be on Groove, and on all the major platforms. I release it through a label called DistroKid, which for $20 a year you can release on all major platforms as much as you want. It's great for somebody who is like me. This is not my day job, so it's I'm doing this because I just love making music, and I love the whole process, editing, recording, mixing, mastering, everything. So I'm going to end it here, and I'm gonna say thank you guys for listening and watching, and I hope that you enjoyed it, even if you haven't learned anything. I hope you I hope that you learned something, but if you haven't, if this is knowledge that you already have, then great. I hope I didn't waste your time. And if I did, I'm not really sorry about that anyway. So, okay, thanks guys. I'll make some more videos later on, and you can leave suggestions if there's something you want to know that I might know, and I'll make a video about it. Okay, bye and thanks.